everyone. Today we're going to be speaking with Jamie Love. She and I are part of the plant-based bundle, which is happening right now until July 12th. Yeah, so let me just pin the comment here. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, Jamie is already here. Hi, Jamie. Hello, guilt-free you and me. Hi, Quality King. So I'm just waiting for Jamie to send me a request. Unless I need to send her a request. We'll see. Okay. She sent me a request. Okay, so check out the links in either of our bios. What's happening right now? Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Yin. Nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you too.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Okay, great. I'm excited that this is like your first bundle and you have two of your ebooks in it as well. Yeah, so today we can talk more about it and also talk a bit about what I'm contributing in the bundle.
Yeah.
Maybe to start off, you just give a quick introduction about yourself and then talk about your ebooks. And then remember, I was reading through your books and I saw certain tools that you have and I thought it would be cool if you could show us, what you use and what you do and how it works. Yeah, so that'd be
Okay.
fun.
Yeah, so my name is Jamie, and I'm the founder and organizer of the Raw Food Worldwide Meetup. And I first went plant-based about 20 years ago, and then I've been on and off raw vegan for the past 15 years. And I've struggled with food addiction. That's why in the book I have a book. My ebook is called "Diary of a Recovering Food Addict." It's not an actual diary, but it's just all the insights that I've learned through this food journey of self-discovery. And my daughter's calling. Hold on. And then, so along with going more natural, and I was always into beauty, but I think I wanted to do it naturally because I wanted to kind of get away from like plastic surgery and Botox and kind of things. So I wanted to find, natural ways to, preserve my youth and just, feel confident in my skin without having to put tons of makeup on, and not necessarily like trying to fight aging, but just enhancing our natural features.
Yeah.
And when I first found out about the raw food diet, and I saw all these raw vegan women, and they just looked so beautiful in their 60s, 70s, 80s, I'm trying to think of their names right now. You know who I'm talking about, though. But, that was a really big motivator for me, was wanting to feel beautiful, like, kind of enhance that beauty from the inside out, but then also stopping putting chemicals on my skin.
Yeah.
So I started, kind of going into more natural things because, if we're eating healthy foods, but we're putting chemicals on our skin, we're kind of, you know what I mean? So the raw lifestyle went into my beauty care as well. So then over the years, I started collecting things and habits and rituals and all these little things just to kind of enhance my natural features, I guess you could say, and just trying to keep my skin clear so that I didn't have to wear makeup if I didn't want to. Not that I'm against makeup or anything, but if I didn't want to wear it, I want to feel beautiful, like just in my bare skin,
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that started.
Yeah, I understand what you mean, because when I left the corporate world, I just stopped using makeup. And I found that so liberating because I didn't have to put it on and buy new makeup and then like spend time taking it all off. And and then when I started going raw, I was like, oh, there are all these, natural ways of moisturizing your skin, taking care of skin and all that. So yeah, I totally understand what you mean.
I mean, I'm sure there's probably more fun ways to do it. Like, I know that there are like fruit masks that you can do. I haven't really got into all of that, but I did like an avocado mask one time. But I think there's even something in the book. There's even a book in the bundle about beauty care recipes for your skin using just fruit and stuff.
Right, right. Yeah. So do you want to talk about your two ebooks that you've put in the bundle, the Ageless Beauty Method and
Yeah, so the Diary of a Recovering Food Addict, it's not a recipe book. It's basically for people who are struggling, trying to go raw or even stay vegan, just struggling with food addiction in general, because we don't realize that we have an addiction to food until we try to start cutting out these things that, we've been eating all our lives, whether it's culture foods or traditional or, just being around family around the holidays or the temptations at restaurants or whatever it is. So trying to really get to the root of where these cravings are coming from. I've cleaned my body, I've detoxed, I've done parasite cleanses, and my addiction didn't go away. And even after going, raw, and even trying fruit-based diet, my food addiction still didn't go away. So it didn't automatically cure my addictive, whatever that the root of that addiction is coming from. So that's where this book is coming, the angle is coming from, is having people to really look at why they're eating and to be mindful with their food choices, and, structured meals, because if we're just mindlessly eating while we're watching TV, or we're kind of like rushing and we're eating and we're not really paying attention to our hunger cues to know like when we're full, and being able to stop. So I have suffered from binge eating, and even on the raw food diet, because my cravings were so bad, I would just binge out on as much raw food as I can. And, I wasn't really eating for nourishment, so a lot of times I was eating for emotional regulation. I was, eating to calm my nervous system. I was eating to, for boredom. I was eating to numb something. I was eating because just for pleasure, just for entertainment, because food is what we do. Food takes up our entire culture. Everything we do always revolves around food. Yes. Not that it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's how we bond. It's how we, build community and connection, right? But I think the important thing is to kind of look at society, as more importantly, the standard American diet. And I think things start to change a little bit when you start to try to transition towards plant-based, giving up these animal products and, realizing how much of a hold that they've had over our mind, body, and spirit, right? So that's that book. And then I have the Ageless Beauty Method, which is, a compilation of everything that I've learned and everything that I've done over the past 20 years. And I made it fun because I love AI. I love creating with AI. So I made it really colorful and playful. And, it's not like a heavy, text style book where you have to read, 300 pages of information. So it's got pictures and, tips and things like that. And, I put like all my, natural beauty secrets and tips and habits and things that I've done in there. So yeah, so that's basically it. So it kind of encapsulates the 7 pillars of ageless beauty. So we have, I'll just go through them really quick. We have ageless diet. So ageless diet is basically, plant-based, high raw or fully raw if you can do it. Obviously because we have the enzymes, we have high water content. It's very little inflammation or little to no inflammation, right? So diet is really, really the base of the Ageless Beauty Method. And then we go to detox, which is, cleaning out your body, I've had to do, parasite cleanses. I've had to do colon cleanses and things like that to clean out years and years of backed up, waste and toxins and damage that I've done to my body. And then ageless body is obviously for, health, youth, longevity. We got to move our body. We have to keep our spine flexible. We have to keep our fascia flexible. I know you do Qigong, right?
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, that's like moving your body, also like energy cultivation. And then beauty care, natural, like ageless beauty care would be, enhancing your natural features. And, you could do that with, I'm going to show you some of these tools. We've got red light, we've got facial massage, we have, what else? We'll get to that. Okay, and then we've got energy and mindset. So I always say like ageless beauty, right? Like the philosophy is youthfulness is a state of mind And true beauty is a state of being. So it's really important, you know, like the thing that ages us the most is stress.
Yeah.
And, you know, like raises our cortisol, causes inflammation. So, you know, trying to live like a very stress-free life, like getting to the root of like our emotions and, you know, not ignoring them or pushing them down, but really working through them and healing, loving ourselves, forgiving ourselves and others. So that's a really big one. Energy cultivation, like Qigong, and, you know, cultivating more Qi in our body. What else? And then we have youthful living and healthy habits, like you did the other day, you touching the tree,
yeah.
you know, while you put your feet barefoot on the earth. And, you know, that's to help release the positive ions in our bodies. So, you know, there's all these different healthy habits, like getting a good night's sleep and, you know, making sure you get sunlight first thing in the morning to reset your circadian. So these are the 7 pillars of ageless beauty. It's all, you know, natural, even though, yes, it's ageless beauty is like youthful living and, you know, I don't want to say like vanity, but everybody wants to look and feel their best, right? You feel confident when you look your best. And I just want people to know that there are natural ways about going about it and that you don't always have to turn to, you know, Botox or plastic surgery or things like that. I'm not saying that they're bad. Like, I mean, I actually went and got a scan done and had in the deeper layers of my skin, a lot of sun damage, probably from when I was younger, and I had a very toxic diet, and I went out in the sun with makeup on, chemicals on my skin. I used to drink a lot of alcohol. So, you know, for me, when I start to get a little bit older, those are going to come to the surface of the skin. So I may do something like, you know, laser treatment or like chemical peel. I haven't decided yet, but I'm not like totally against it. I think for me, it's just trying to do what we have control over naturally first, you know? Okay, so then for beauty care, let's see. So I stopped using soap on my skin and I use tea tree oil. So I use organic tea tree and I put it on a cotton pad of organic, and then I spray apple cider vinegar on it as well. So a couple of drops of that with the apple cider vinegar, and then I wet it, and then I go over my face. It cleans my face. And then I have a steamer here. So this is a facial steam.
Okay, yeah, I've seen those
Okay,
before,
so
but
you
I've
put
never used them.
Yeah, and then this is I don't have the box, but it's herbs. And I put the herbs in the water and I steam my face with the herbs, and it's called Swiss Chris is the brand.
Right.
Yeah.
So how long do you steam your face for?
As long as it goes, like maybe 5 or 7 minutes or something like that.
So,
And you don't have to do it all the time. You could do it like once a week if you want to do it. I actually did it today for the first time in a really long time, and my skin feels so clean after I do it because it opens your pores and it gets you ready for your mask.
Okay.
So then you do your mask, and then you take your mask off, and that's all that is in the book as well. Take your mask off, and then I have like this little blackhead tool. So like, you know, you can like kind of go like this and like, you know, get all the little blackheads or whiteheads out.
Right.
Like when your pores are all open. And then after, you know, you wipe everything off, clean everything off, sanitize your, I usually use a little bit of hydrogen peroxide with not getting it in my hairline or my eyebrows or eyelashes, but just a little bit of hydrogen peroxide to kind of just clean out the pores, and it kind of tightens everything up. It works kind of like a little toner. And I learned that from Tanya Zavasta.
Okay.
So she's also raw, and she's really into beauty. So I learned a lot of this stuff from her, actually.
Oh, okay.
Not everything, but some of the stuff. I've taken little things and pieces from, you know, and kind of created my own thing. And then sometimes I'll rub an ice cube on my face. And then I have this little tool. So this is it's like a derma roller kind of thing, but it's like a little, you see the little needles on there?
Okay.
And this, after you clean your face really well, because it can break the skin a little bit, but if you do this once a week, it increases your collagen production by 400%.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can do this, you know, all over your face here. And then you did mention the wand, the ultraviolet wand. Mine broke, but I loved it, and my skin looked amazing when I used that. Yeah. So it's kind of like this little glass probe piece, and it has like, you kind of put it on. It kind of like it's like a little zapper, and you kind of go around your whole skin. Yeah. So that thing is really amazing. Highly recommend that. And then if you don't want to use this, where it kind of it could be a little bit more invasive. This I got off Tanya Zavasta's. This is not in the book, but this I just had. This I got off Tanya Zavasta's website. So it has bigger needles. See that?
Yeah.
It's like copper, and you can use this on your chest to rejuvenate your skin. You can use it on your neck here. You can use it on your clean face.
Oh.
And then for moisturizer, I don't have my shea butter with me, but I use so I buy shea butter. So this is shea butter.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned this from, what's her name? Kimberly Snyder, the Beauty Detox Solution.
Oh, I don't know.
And she said she traveled all around the world, and she went to Africa, to Ghana, and she said they had the most beautiful skin, and they use raw shea butter. So raw shea butter comes out of this like big giant nut, and it's technically edible. So when you put it on your skin, you're putting like very, very natural moisturizer. It's thick, which I really like. And then also castor oil. This works like a natural Botox. So if you put castor oil on your skin, like before you go to bed, I'll even use it during the day because it really like kind of plumps up your skin and fills in all those little fine lines.
Does it make your face oily though? Because I know I got some castor oil last time for I had my ligament injury, so I applied it on my hands. But then I found, before I sleep, but I found that it was a bit, quite oily. So I'm like, how do you put it on your face?
I don't mind it, honestly. I just feel like I like the oils, the thicker oils to kind of, soak into my skin. Right. And then like coconut oil you can use on your hair, like on the ends of your hair. You can use coconut oil to take your makeup off instead of makeup remover.
Yeah.
And then so I have also red light is really good for your skin. So I have the hat here. So this is the hat. It's a little.
Okay.
And that's for hair growth.
I see. Okay, I've seen people use the red light for the mask for the face, but I haven't tried that yet because I don't know. What's like a good brand to get? So.
Yeah. So this is this. It looks so funny when you turn it on, though.
Yes, I think I've seen Lisa use it, and some people use it. I've seen it in their stories.
Yeah. So red light is really, really good, and I use it probably once a day. I'll do red light for 10 minutes, and then I'll do near infrared light for another 10 minutes. So red light does more of the surface, and near infrared goes deeper into the connective tissue and muscles and things like that.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got. Oh, and I have like the tongue scraper. This is for like detox.
Oh, yeah. Ah, okay. So this is interesting. So my late grandfather, he would always scrape his tongue. I remember as a kid, I used to watch him and I'm like, what's he doing in it? Because my parents never did it. So I didn't quite understand. Then I think my dentist sold me like this tongue scraper, but it's plastic. But I actually like using it because, I don't know, it's just easy to clean and easy to use. So I've been using that. Yeah. For quite some time.
I do it every morning. It's supposed to like detox because in the morning, like a lot of toxins come out of your tongue. So when you scrape that, it helps boost your immune system and keeps you healthy. But it also combats bad breath, So like if I have a bad taste in my mouth, even more importantly than brushing my teeth, I'll scrape my tongue. Yeah. Like if I eat something and it's like, I just feel like my mouth needs to feel clean. As soon as I do the tongue scraping, my mouth feels like, 100 times better.
Do you do gua sha?
I have one. I just recently started using it. So I have one.
Okay.
My husband actually has been doing it for a long time, and I do facial massage, but then I started, he gave me this one, so I just started doing it a little bit.
Right, right,
But
right.
I'm still like getting the hang of like how to use it like
Yeah,
correctly.
because that's like this is mine. This is very common in Asia actually, especially when you're sick and all that, you know. If you go and see the TCM, they will like scrape different parts of your body as well. And
Really?
I actually borrowed a book from the library, which was written by like it was print I think published in China and written by a Chinese person talking about like it's like all sorts of pains and ailments and all that. So it will show you the different points of the body to scrape. So it's not just for the face.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah, you know, I got well, because it's also for like lymphatic drainage, right?
yeah.
'Cause it,
I think because in Chinese they talk about the meridian points, right? And they talk about the if you want to like because if you're sick, you're sick because there's an imbalance. So you want to like
mm,
clear I can't remember, but there's different points in on your hands and on your head and on your back and all that. So you want to use that to clear out, I think they talk about clearing out the air and clearing out the blockage. Yeah.
yeah, you know, I've seen
Mm.
them do things where they like, because in Qigong, right? Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
tap here, and
Yes.
then, yeah, and then also like, I also do like the vibration plate, which is good for, I think, lymphatic, and then I have the skin brush. Do you use a skin
Ah.
brush?
So that's something that I keep saying that I want to do it. I still haven't done
I
yet.
love the
Ah,
skin brush. Oh my God, it feels so, and you can do this, you can do little circles in the joints too, which feels
right.
really nice. And then
Yeah.
this I got, which is pretty cool. So this, you know, I use it on my legs mostly, like the back of my legs. I think it's supposed to help with cellulite, you know. So I'll use it on my
Oh.
thighs, and when I use it consistently, my thighs look thinner, and like I don't really see like cellulite on my like the back of my legs, which
Right.
I'm not really big on that regardless. But um, I did gain weight like last year, so I was a bit heavier. I'm losing the weight now, but I've been using this to try to, you know, do lymphatic
Ah.
on my thighs and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do it on my stomach too.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. So tell me about your books.
Oh, okay. So I have three offerings in the bundle. I have the Creamy Copycats ebook, which is because I got a Ninja Creamy ice cream machine. Don't know what I can like. So that's the Ninja Creamy ice cream machine.
Wow. Wow, that looks fun.
Yeah, yeah. So I
You
was
must love using that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was really fun. So I was like, so I call it copycats because I was trying to recreate, copycat recipes from say like Ben and Jerry's or Baskin Robbins or Haagen-Dazs, because I find that a lot of raw vegan ice cream recipes on ice cream recipes are more like just frozen fruit, but I wanted something that is more like, traditional ice cream because I feed a lot of non-vegans. So if I give them like, just bananas and raspberries, they'll be like, this is frozen bananas and raspberries, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Yeah, so I was working
Do
on
you
that.
use coconut in any of your ice creams?
I do use some, but not all. I do use some, but not a lot. I do use quite a number of nuts. Not quite a number, but I mean, there's the nut base. I also use white what's it called? White dried mulberries. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, and then
wow.
also
Okay.
I try using cherry moya as well as a base and all that. So yeah. So I have like a strawberry cheesecake ice cream recipe in there. I have like a pistachio ice cream recipe.
I
I got
love
like a
pistachio ice cream. Oh my God.
yeah,
And strawberries
yeah,
and cream, that sounds epic.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then like chocolate fudge kind of thing. Yeah.
Do you have any advice for somebody who doesn't usually prepare their own desserts or foods, like how to, you know, like if they're afraid to get started or they feel overwhelmed?
I think just to follow it step by step, because I think sometimes people look at the recipes and go like, oh, there's so much ingredients and it's so difficult. But I think if you just follow it step, you prepare, take out all your ingredients, measure them all out, and then just follow the recipe step by step. It's actually, because I have this lady, Carlene, she doesn't even have a Ninja Creamy ice cream maker, so she just kind of made it in her Vitamix. But she really enjoyed it as well, and she said it was actually not too difficult, because with the Ninja Creamy, you basically put everything in a blender, blend it up, put it in the pint, and then freeze it for 24 hours. That's very, very important. And then after that, just put it into the creamery machine, and then it does everything.
Right.
Yeah, so it's pretty much like making a smoothie and freezing it. That's it.
I think, our culture has just got so accustomed to having things like right away or, instant, and it's like that waiting period. But I think you can have fun with it, and it could become a new hobby for you, and almost become like a meditative practice of like, this is what I'm doing now, and don't rush through it, right? Like, don't be like, well, I have, 60 minutes, I have to get this done, like kind of.
Yeah, true.
Be relaxed with it, right?
Yeah. I know,
so you enjoy the process.
I know that Lisa says that she does like affirmations when she prepares her, she takes that time to, like, when she's chopping her veggies, right? Lisa, Raw Food Romance, she says she just does like positive affirmations during that time. So, maybe that's something they can do. But I just really enjoy it. Like, I guess I also like, I use that time to catch up with my. I watch my YouTube videos while I'm preparing my stuff as well, so that's kind of like fun as well for me. Yeah.
Well, and the thing when you're making your own food is you're putting love into it. So just like she does the affirmations, that you're preparing it with love, as opposed to if you buy something at the store or prepackaged, or you don't know who's making it, who's rushing through it, what kind of day they had as they're making your food. They're putting their energy into it. So it is nice to prepare your own food at home.
Yeah. So that's one ebook. Then the other one is my which I just wrote this year as well. So it's called Raw Roots, Volume 1. Basically kind of like just about my raw food journey as a raw vegan chef, and then basically documenting what I've been doing. But I thought I will do it like, because I discovered raw food in 2014, right? So I wanted to write about all that until now. But then I found like, there's too much to write about. That's why I say it's volume 1. So it's like, I think 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, up to 2018. And I also have 20 recipes in there as well. So it's not actually a recipe book. It's more of my journey. But then I also included some recipes as well, because I realized like people keep asking me like, are there recipes in the book? So I put in 20 recipes from there, like some of my recipes which were published in magazines, or some of the recipes that I've taught in, the cooking studios and all that, that's in there. And then there's one more called Beautiful Vegan Food. It's just more of like how to kind of style your food and take pretty pictures of your food for
nice.
Yeah,
everybody loves taking pictures of food. Were you a chef before you became a raw chef, or no?
No, I was in public relations. I was in a corporate world actually. So I worked in the corporate world for about 15 years, and then I quit my job, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do in life. So I was helping my boyfriend with his music business. I still help him with his music business, and then so I quit public relations in 2012, and then I discovered raw food in 2014. I did the Matthew Kenny course in 2015. Then 2016, I did 2 more Matthew Kenny raw vegan courses, and then after that, people were already asking me to teach. I run workshops, so after that in 2016, I started.
Wow, and having a background in public relations probably helps with, like knowing how to market yourself and put yourself out there. That's genius. No wonder like you're doing so well, and so many people know who you, like you were just saying the other day, like it's amazing to see that people across the other side of the world know who you are. Yeah,
I know. I think like when we went to we made a trip to US in 2024 because we wanted to meet up with friends that we wanted to meet up with like friends like Lisa and Nate, or Jeanette, Kathy Hester, that we met online during the lockdown. So yeah, I find it like, so when people found out that I was going to be in the US, like I think there was lady C Cummings, because she bought my ebook. She was like, "Oh, let's do a raw vegan potluck for me in Portland," and then there was another lady in Florida. She picked us up and she took us around because she also bought some of my ebooks and my courses. So I'm just like, wow, all these people on the other side of the world, they all like, yeah, they're making my recipes.
Yeah.
They know me. So yeah, that's
So
really
how do
cool.
you get inspired for your recipes? Because you have such a, like I know you have like Korean barbecue cookbook and you have like so many different, like ideas. Like where do you get your inspiration from? Or like,
Yeah.
do you ever like feel stuck with, deciding what to create next?
Yeah, okay, I'll answer that question now. I'll have to end the live because it's already half an hour. Yeah, basically, my focus and my love is Asian food. So when I first started, that was exactly what I wanted to do, because I found like there was not enough representation of Asian food in the raw food world. So I wanted to take the culinary techniques that I learned in culinary school, like the blending and the processing and dehydrating, spiralizing, fermentation, take all those yeah, methods and tools, and use it to create raw vegan versions of Asian food. So like when you said like the Korean barbecue, because I traveled to Korea, and we were there for 2 weeks because my boyfriend was performing in the one of the Korean jazz festivals. I think one of the, actually the largest Korean jazz festival. So he
Oh,
was
wow.
performing there, and then we extended our time. So, I ate a lot of Korean food there, authentic Korean food. And there's a huge, actually Korean expat community here in Malaysia as well. So there are like loads of Korean restaurants, authentic Korean restaurants. So I wanted to yeah, make like raw vegan versions of that. So, and then like the Chinese takeout course was because I used to, because I worked for 3 US companies, like I mean I was based in Malaysia, but I was working for the US companies, I mean like, yeah, US companies here in Malaysia. So so I did travel to US quite a bit. And, and at that time I wasn't vegan yet. So I think like my comfort food was Chinese takeout. So I wanted to like recreate raw vegan versions of Chinese takeout, yeah, courses. And then
That's
like,
awesome.
yeah, so basically all the food that I love, which was cooked, I wanted to make it raw. So yeah, yeah, that's my inspiration. And because I've had I'm actually I do feel very blessed and privileged to be able to travel the world so much because of my work. So yeah, the other day because someone asked me like, have you been to Singapore? And I was like, yeah, many times, because it's just next door. And then I realized like, oh, let me see like how many countries I've actually traveled to, right, throughout my life. And I listed them out off the top of my head. So I don't even know whether like there might be countries that I have traveled to, but I haven't like cross-checked on my passport. And I think it was like 27 countries.
Oh,
But
wow. That's
yeah,
impressive. Yeah.
yeah, and
That's exciting.
I've always been a foodie, so I always like, I always, when I travel to a country, I do want to explore their cuisine and eat their food, which is why I'm high raw, because I actually want to eat their food. Let's say if I travel to Vietnam, I actually want to eat Vietnamese food, right? And there's not going to be that many raw vegan Vietnamese restaurants there, so that's why I eat the cooked food as well. And
Well,
then I
and
tried.
do you know what it tastes like, right? So that when you make the
Yes.
raw version, you know how, oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
smart.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
smart.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Well, thank you
yeah.
so much. This has been such a pleasure connecting with you.
Yeah, yeah, it's great to see you again. Yeah. And so yeah, everyone, the plant-based bundle is happening right now. You get a collection of 95 plus ebooks and courses, including 2 of Jamie's ebooks and then 3 of my offerings as well. And then on the raw side, there's like ebooks and courses from Gillian Berry, Lisa and Nate. And then there's also like the raw advantage and all that. And then there's also those who eat cooked food as well. There's ebooks from Sarah to Sarah, Better Food Guru. There's High Carb Hannah's Healthy Cravings ebook as well. Chef Adam Sobel, of cinnamon snail. He has his vegan 8 course as well. So yeah, and there's also things on mindset. There's also yoga. There's also workouts as well. So it's not just recipes. It's kind of like a overall holistic thing on plant-based living. So if you want to get the bundle, it's only $50 US. It's actually worth 2,700 over US dollars. So you can get it in either Jamie's link or my link in the bio. Just make sure you get it before July 12th because it's going to end on July 12th. And then if you message us on July 13th, we can't extend it anymore. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Jamie. And thanks, everyone. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.